Hello everyone once again. Yes, this is Reggie Solomon. As you know me already, you know what this is about. It's about chess. It's about my victory against Stockfish 18 on the 25th of April this year, 25th of April 2026. So yeah, I just wanted to start. Let's be clear from the start. This is not about opinion. This is about facts, rules, and proof. This was a standard 10-minute rapid game. The clock ran perfectly from beginning to end. It never stopped. It never froze, never glitched. By move 25, I still had 6 minutes remaining on my clock. And Stockfish still had 8 minutes remaining on its clock. After I played knight to f1, Stockfish began calculating its next move with those full 8 minutes left. It thought continuously. Its clock counted down steadily, and it used every second of that time until the timer hit 0. Stockfish itself is the only true judge here. It has no feelings, no bias, and no reason to lie, unlike the users on Reddit and those so-called chess experts and computer analysts who should know even better. The engine only follows the rules. When its time ran out, When Stockfish's time ran out, it did not crash, it did not show an error, it did not reject the result, it logged the game as complete and recorded the outcome. A valid win for me by timeout. Fully compliant under FIDE, law 6.9. That's FIDE, the chess body, FIDE, under law 6.9. And right here on your screen, you can see it for yourself. Here is the exact final position in FEN format. You can see it there. And here is the full original game record in PGN format, generated directly from the Chessis app, or Chessis, I think Chessis app, word for word, no changes whatsoever. So you can see it for yourself. You can copy these codes, type them into any chessboard, any database, or any engine you like, and replay every single move exactly as it happened. I've also put these exact same codes in the description of this video, and as you know, it's in all my other videos, in case anybody hasn't seen them, and I'll pin them at the top of the comment section as well, so they're easy to find, easy to use, and always there for you. These are not just words, they are the equivalent of an official receipt, a full transcript, and an independent verification tool all in one. You do not have to believe my word. You can check it all for yourself. So I ask you this. What more could I possibly do to prove it? I have given you the moves, the time record, the rules, the engine's own verdict, and the codes to verify it all right in front of you. I have made the proof easier to find than the claim against it. Now, let me speak directly about those who attacked the result. Those who attacked this result. These people claim to be part of the chess community, claim to understand engines, claim to know the rules, but do they really? If they knew the laws of chess, they would know that a timeout is a perfectly valid win. If they understand how engines work, they could see what happened clearly. Stockfish entered such a deep, complex position that it kept calculating, searching deeper and deeper, trying to find the best move, but it could not reach a decision fast enough. This is not a glitch, not a bug, not a crash. It is exactly what it is supposed to do. It is no different from a world-class grandmaster facing a tricky position, thinking too long and running out of time. That is how chess works. Time is part of the game. Instead of accepting that, they let their own biased feelings, their disbelief, and their jealousy take over, and they did not bother to check even one thing I provided. Certain platforms, and especially Reddit, became filled with loud, angry voices shouting glitch, loop, or cheat. But here is the question none of them ever answered. Did a single one of them actually check the PGN? Did they load the FEN? Did they read the rules? Did they watch the clock run down? No. They just shouted their doubt because the result did not fit what they had previously claimed. I mean, I'm actually I'm baffled that, people chess is based on logic, and you think that these people would follow the game logically. And here is what I find most baffling of all. When two engines play each other, or when Stockfish plays Alpha Zero, everyone is excited. Everyone is happy. Everyone calls it great chess. But when a human being, just like them, actually beats that same machine, the reaction is not well done. How did you do it? It is not amazing. It is not an amazing achievement. Let's see the moves. You think they would ask, is it not an amazing achievement? Let's see the moves. Instead, they get angry, defensive, and hostile. Funnily enough, Stockfish has no soul, no feelings, no pride. It does not care if it wins or loses. It just follows its code and records the outcome accurately. Yet these people defend it as if it is some kind of injured god. They have more sympathy for a machine than they have for their own fellow human being, who has pulled off something they thought was impossible. And let's be clear about what they said from the start. They claimed no human being can ever beat Stockfish. That was the mistake. They should have said the truth. It is extremely difficult to beat. Yeah, that's all they had to say. It is extremely difficult to beat. When you say something is impossible, you leave yourself no room when it finally happens. Instead of admitting they overstated it, they tried to discredit it, tried to discredit the result, ignore the proof, and pretend it never occurred. All because their own words backfired on them. Worse still, and this is where the real damage happens. And even now, my mind is boggling because to be honest, I'm not really, how can I put it, too computer savvy. I've never been on Reddit until I went on there by accident. I should never have went on there, trusting that, they would really take my game seriously. And, I thought everyone would be excited. But worse still, and this is where the real damage happens, Google and its systems treat Reddit as if it were a trusted news outlet, like a major newspaper or television news station. It treats that site full of anonymous comments, rumors, and gossip, as if it's an official source of truth. It does not understand that Reddit is just a place where anyone can say anything, true or false, with no proof required whatsoever. You may also notice something strange when you search my name or this result. One day it says Reginald Solomon is credited with a win. The next it says no human has ever beaten Stockfish. And then it will say, I'm claiming. So I have a PG in, but I'm claiming, right? Then it flips back again, contradicts itself from one search to the next. As you know, this is not because the truth changed. This is simply Google still carrying out old cached copies of all that noise from Reddit. Because I deleted my account and, my post from Reddit. Such a negative place. Wow. How do people even go on there? I just went on there by accident. It mixes up facts, opinions. That's Reddit. It mixes up facts, opinions, rumor, and with Google. Google mixes up facts, opinions, rumor, and outdated information all together. It automatically attaches my name to that site as if that gossip is part of my actual record. When it is nothing more than temporary residue that will fade away as more clean, verifiable proof takes its place. Because of this mistake, Google takes all that unverified shouting, all that bias and jealousy, and repeats it to the whole world as if it is established fact. It puts words like claimed or controversial. I never thought that beating Stockfish 18 will be controversial. Guys, can you believe that? Mate, I thought it would be something fantastic. I had the sort of the innocency of a child. I thought, wow, I've beaten Stockfish. Wow, everyone's going to be excited and probably want to know how I did it. But no, it was, they claimed I claimed, or it's controversial, next to my work. They always put it next to my work, Reddit attached. Even though all the proof is right there for anyone to see, ordinary people see that summary, believe it without checking, and start thinking I cheated or faked the game, all because a computer system mistook gossip for news and noise for truth. This is not justice. This is a system that listens to the loudest voice instead of the clearest evidence. It is damaging, unfair, and wrong. But it is what happens when algorithms cannot tell the difference between a real receipt and a rumor, between fact and fiction. But the truth does not depend on how many people shout or what algorithms write in their summaries. The truth depends on what actually happened. what the rules say and what the records prove. Stockfish accepted the result. The clock proves it. The Fen and Pgin are right here on your screen in the description. I'll put it there too. And in the comments for you to verify right now. At the end of the day, Stockfish is the most powerful, most accurate, most trusted chess machine ever built. And it is even more honest than all those so-called analysts, experts and commentators on Reddit. It had no agenda, no pride, and no reason to falsify anything. It played the game fair, ran its clock fair, and printed out the result exactly as it happened. No lies, no excuses, no bias. If the most advanced computer in the world is honest enough to admit it lost, who are those people to say otherwise? No, seriously, in all earnestness. I mean, I've given you the receipt. I've given you the proof. What more do you need? Thank you, guys. God bless.